The third habit is for anyone listening who's like me, who likes being very organized in the form of lists, to-do lists, calendars, things like that. Having a very organized way and having apps that actually help you organize your things and your time is very important. Otherwise, if things are scrambled in your head, they're going to be scrambled in your reality, right? It's the same thing as like if your environment is a mess, you're going to feel like messy and scattered and all over the place. So I won't go on too long about this because I know different people have different preferences for how they like to be organized or do these lists. I actually used to be pen on paper, very old school type girl where I'd have my to-do list. But I think since I've moved into like planning ahead more and doing more quarterly, 6-month, yearly goals, it's just been impossible to keep track of that on paper. So I like to use 2 apps. The first one is called Sunsama. This app is basically a calendar, but if you're like me and you have a lot of different email accounts, so I've got one for the podcast, one for work, one for personal, one for my e-commerce business, it's very hard to keep track of all the meetings and due dates for things when they're all on different Gmail accounts, all on different calendars. So this app basically lets you pull in all your calendars in one, and it'll display all the deadlines, meetings, things in each of those calendars in the one place, which has been amazing. The second one I really love using is Calendly. So this is basically just a meeting booking type app. But the reason I love it is I'm currently based in Dubai. I do a lot of business and have a lot of meetings that take place in Australia, in the UK, in the US, and having to sit down and work out the time zone difference is just, it goes over my head. So this app basically lets the person booking choose their time zone. You've set it to your time zone and it's just very seamless. I mean, I can't keep track of daylight savings and all of that. So this has been great. I've put some links in the show notes if you guys want to check those out. There've been 2 apps I really love using. And then in terms of just keeping track of my goals, my corporate brain has taken over this one, and I really use a bland Google Doc list. It's helped me kind of build out the big picture goals in terms of yearly, 6-month, 3-month. But this habit in and of itself, whether you do it through apps, whether you do it as written, just being organized is really important. If you're someone who is focusing on growing and learning more about yourself, you have to be organized with your time, because then you can see where your time is going. You can vet your time, which is really important to make sure that where it's going is conducive to who you want to be. But also, and most importantly, when you are clear in the mind, when you're organized, it just gives you this peace of mind to think clearly, because you're not scattered like the way your calendar or your week is. So for anyone listening who already is a fan of to-do lists, you're probably already across this. But those are just some apps that I like to use. If there's any you use, like even with to-do lists, I know there are so many. Please feel free to drop them in the comments too, so I can check them out, so other people listening can check them out too.